In a royal saga few could foresee, Prince Harry's desperate plea to Princess Anne reveals a family fracture with seismic implications. What drove Harry to this point, and why does Anne's televised refusal deepen the chasm? Prepare for an emotional rollercoaster as we delve into the whispered secrets and public betrayals of Britain's monarchy. Before we go deeper into what this really means for the royal family, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single update. Years ago, an unbreakable tapestry of trust and kinship bound Prince Harry and Princess Anne in a familial solidarity witnessed by all, envied by many. Anne, with her fierce dedication to royal duty, was like an unyielding oak, while Harry, the spirited prince, stood as a protective shield in the windswept corridors of royal expectations. Together they forged a bond, two bastions against the shadows that lurked in the gilded corridors and in the tabloids' relentless spotlight. But even the strongest ties can unravel. Behind regal smiles, a tension simmered as Harry began distancing himself from the weighty mantle of official obligations. The public saw Harry's departure as dramatic, a hiatus filled with good intentions of exploring a life less ordinary. Yet beneath the surface, fissures opened between his longing to define his legacy beyond the royal sash and Anne's unwavering belief in royal continuity. Anne, stalwart and deeply embedded in tradition, perceived Harry's move as a departure from everything they had once held dear, a breach of their shared values. They clashed, not in grand confrontations, but in subtle looks and unspoken words at family gatherings. Conflicts about their visions for the monarchy began to take shape, like a storm on the horizon. This crucible of diverging ideals turned a once warm camaraderie into a delicate dance of duty versus the heart. To Harry, the monarchy was a relic, a gilded cage he yearned to break free from. Anne viewed it as a living legacy, a responsibility born of history that none could turn away from. Their once united front fractured into skepticism and distance, every encounter a test of restraint, each interaction more strained than the last. So came the moment that could tear the facade forever. In a plea broadcasted to millions, Harry appealed to Anne with a raw, unadulterated tenor, a breach from protocol, a cry born of desperation and unresolved emotions. This was the catalyst that compelled him to step into the glare. His plea, a public unveiling of personal grievances long hidden from the public eye. Anne, watching from a seat of silence and composure, let her refusal fall like a guillotine, decisive and cold, uttered without hesitation. The refusal both stung and resonated, marking not just a familial denial but a public statement that the Crown's obligations subsumed personal allegiances. As the world watches, what lies beneath Anne's refusal? Dive into the royal secrets unearthed by this family drama. Was Harry's departure a rebellion against the Crown or a plea for self-liberation? To the world watching with bated breath, it was the severance of tradition, yet beneath the polished veneer of royal appearances lay the intricate tale of a noble loyalist turned reluctant rebel. Harry, the prince who once walked the halls of his ancestors with the heavy weight of duty pressing onto his shoulders, now stood at a crossroads where every choice threatened to unmoor the legacy from its storied course. This wasn't just a battle with the Crown, but an internal war, a struggle between the obligations etched into his very being and the whispering call of personal freedom. Over the years, Harry's path diverged increasingly from Anne's, his resolute sister, who remained steadfast in her adherence to the rituals and responsibilities bestowed upon her. As Harry wrestled with the chains of expectation, Anne embodied the unwavering spirit of her lineage, her life an embodiment of protocol, her every move a dance choreographed by tradition. Yet even she, with her poised formality, had her own sacrifices, those silent, deep-seated pains locked away behind a practiced smile. Her life had been an unending series of choices and careful foregoings, as if she'd woven herself into the very tapestry that was the Crown, ensuring its threads wouldn't unravel under her watchful eye. Their paths, though sprung from the same illustrious roots, branched into realms neither quite understood of the others. While Harry's steps led him into the light of rebellion and the pursuit of authenticity, Anne's journey took a different turn, one of staunch adherence to duty. It was a path bordered with thorns of sacrifice, untended with the pride of undying loyalty. Inevitably, their trajectories drew them apart, drawing a line that swelled quietly, then tugged their truths into stark daylight, an unavoidable confrontation of ideologies that neither foresaw, yet both sensed coming. In the private corners where echoes of their friendship once lingered, these two children of the crown faced the emotional burdens of their choices. The reconciliation that never blossomed, the words unsaid, the apologies that withered in their silence, each a missed opportunity thickening the air between them. Anne may have given her life's devotion to the rigid lines of duty, but regret edged its shadow into the curve of her back each time she stood straight before the public, knowing that she'd lost more than just her brother's presence. Those who watched from the sidelines, the royal insiders, bore witness to the evolution of this tale. Insights and whispers slipped through gilded corridors, weaving a narrative of division, tension, like a taut string, thrummed within the family, a royal institution caught in the unrelenting gaze of worldwide speculation. Each revelation, a measure of discord, each unguarded moment dissected within the feverish pulse of public intrigue. As the dust settles on their fractured relationship, conspiracies swirl about the next move in this royal chess game. With every passing hour, the question hangs heavily: will the rebel find peace in the life he's chosen? And will the loyalist endure the solitude of her convictions? The winds of change rustle through the corridors of their legacy, hinting at what lies just beyond the horizon of their shared destiny. Hidden beneath the grandeur of the palace lies a world fraught with fractures and secrets. Why did Harry feel cornered to seek help publicly? Journey into the shadowy corners where whispered intrigues and clandestine power plays dictate the course of royal lives. The royal family, cloaked in centuries of tradition and dignity, is a monument to unwavering authority. Yet, behind the impenetrable facade, the corridors buzz with the subtle hum of unspoken tensions and covert machinations. Power, an intangible force, moves like a spectre, weaving its intricate web through the very fabric of the family's inner workings. As external pressures mount, the palace becomes a fortress under siege, and every smile at a public engagement conceals a complex battlefield of allegiances and fears. For Harry, the relentless hounding by the ever-present media is a torment that couples viciously with the silent demands of his lineage. He's caught in a vise, the jaws of tradition and modernity closing in on him. As tabloid headlines scream and cameras flash in relentless pursuit, the weight of the crown presses heavily upon him, every step a cautious dance on treacherous ground. Amidst this storm, Harry's desperate bid for public help becomes a daring act, not of rebellion, but of sheer survival, a cry for sanctuary amidst the whirling chaos. It's a move that dismantles the illusion, beckoning the world to see beyond gilded raiments to the human beneath. In the midst of this turmoil, Anne stands as a keeper of the old guard, her resolve a steadfast anchor in turbulent waters. Her cool exterior masks a fierce determination to uphold the deep-rooted customs that define this dynasty. Yet her role extends beyond mere preservation. She is the architect of equilibrium, skillfully maneuvering through the family's trials, harnessing her influence to avert anarchy. It is her uncanny ability to maintain a semblance of unity that averts the palace's crumble, even as family bonds fray alarmingly at the edges. But it is in those confidential dialogues behind closed doors, the hushed, loaded silences, that the truth slowly unravels its tangled self. With each glance exchanged, each word uttered in corridors dimly lit by history's gaze, the strain within the family emerges in stark relief. Private moments bear witness to the simmering unrest, a foreshadowing of tempests poised to erupt. Beneath every polite nod there brews a torrent of doubt and anticipation that cannot be quieted. Each interaction, a calculated exchange on an emotional minefield. Anne, amidst these covert exchanges, makes a stand her refusal, a bold proclamation that reverberates through the echoing halls of the monarchy. This singular act sends shockwaves across the familial landscape, redefining boundaries and unmasking the raw edges of long-buried divisions. In this moment of defiance, tradition clashes dramatically with the inevitable urge for change, and the stakes become inestimably high. It is a moment of revelation, where silence ceases to be an ally and becomes complicit in the brewing rebellion. The emotional toll of such sustained performances is staggering, a burden that grinds away at the very soul. Living under the constant gaze of unyielding expectation, every interaction is weighed and measured. The cost manifests in fragile moments of intimacy, stolen and rare amidst duty's call, each one a fleeting balm against the unending scrutiny. Within the gilded prison of royalty, the struggle for self amidst the tides of expectation is a relentless battle, fought each day with a resilience born more of necessity than desire. With the chessboard disrupted, alliances and loyalties will be tested as the crown's inner circle reacts, and so, as the shadows lengthen within the palace walls, the story unfolds, each chapter a testament to the enduring human spirit amidst the sweeping currents of royal destiny. Behind the immaculate palace walls, unceasing sacrifices echo. What is it like to carry the weight of a family and nation on your shoulders? Step inside the intimate spheres of Harry and Anne's worlds to see the emotional taxes paid by loyalty and rebellion. The challenges of the monarchy are not for the faint-hearted, for within the hallowed halls lie secrets that ripple with every footfall. The facade of perfection masks a turbulent sea of emotions, where maintaining royal appearances becomes a Sisyphean task. No choice is purely personal. Every wish is weighed against centuries of tradition and the unwavering expectations of a watchful public. In quiet moments away from the prying eyes, the family members grapple with the terrifying chasm between what is expected and what is yearned for. Within these sacred chambers, whispers of vulnerability dance upon the lips of trusted confidence. Whispers that speak of Harry's nights spent in torment, wrestling with shadows of doubt and dreams deferred. His choice to forge a path distinct from the one ordained by birth echoes loudly in these moments. It is a choice that reverberates through the corridors of his heart and out into the vast emptiness that silence can bring. Friends and allies, loyal to their core, speak of accounting tension, as Harry's decision ripples outward strained friendships, fraying bonds of brotherhood, and a soul searching for a new identity not shackled by duty. Anne, too, stands firm in this tempest, her response as calculated as it is weighted by the anchors of expectation. Her banner unfurling with the proud colours of duty, she is a pillar of resilience amidst the chaos. Her smile barely concealing the heavy toll such noble sacrifice demands. Yet, in private, there are moments where the strongest walls crumble, revealing the solitary path she treads, a path paved with familial obligation and the longing for a simpler truth. The struggle between heart and heritage manifests in fleeting glances between council meetings, the quiet desperation in her eyes veiled behind courteous nods and steady resolve. In this ballet of loyalty and independence, personal anecdotes emerge, raw and unfiltered through the lens of those who serve closest. A trusted aide recalls a rare night when laughter replaced protocol, a near-forgotten lullaby, after an evening spent with friends supportive of Harry's rebellion, where Anne's own laughter rang free from the bind of courtly decorum. However, these moments remain anomalies, irregular beats in a drumming rhythm of duty. The intersection where personal aspirations clash with public personas is not merely a crossroad but a battleground. An intimate dance of longing and resignation plays out in endless cycles, guiding them through the labyrinthine nature of royal life, a life that demands more than it gives in return. The push and pull between private desires and public personas create a duality that permeates every decision, every interaction, lending life to a narrative that is as complex as it is compelling. As emotions flare, the stakes rise, calling for decisive actions and daring gambles to secure what each believes is right. The unfolding drama within the heart of the palace not only tests the limits of love and duty, but threatens to redefine what it means to be royal in a world eager for transformation. Royal life is a symphony where the public image often drowns out private truths. Can reputations survive when personal stories bleed into public arenas? dive deep into the intricate dance between image and reality as the world debates Harry and Anne's motives. In the grand spectacle of royalty, the faces beneath the crowns are often obscured by shimmering light. Harry and Anne once stood as pivotal points in the monarchy's constellation, each shining in their own right. Their public personas were carved from an ancient stone of tradition, Harry, the adventurous prince with a mischievous charm, and Anne, the resolute, unyielding compass guiding the family through modern tempests. But the harmony of their narratives was shattered when the two seemingly collided with fate, leaving a story that the public would not soon forget. Media outlets seized upon this fracturing like wolves scenting their prey, weaving tales of intrigue that painted Harry as a daring insurgent, a prince reincarnated as a man of the people yearning to unshackle the chains of archaic expectation. In stark contrast, Anne was elevated as a bastion of integrity, the unwavering figurehead of a family clasped tightly by ties of duty. The press sculpted their images with a fervour that ensured the monarchy remained an ever-present reminder of times both glorious and grim. Yet, the more the stories unfolded, the more blurred the lines between truth and fabrication became, each narrative feeding a hungry public eager for the next revelation. As the spotlight intensified, Anne's projection of stability became a crafted art form. She preserved a visage of cool composure, hiding any vulnerability behind tightly shut palace gates. Her name became synonymous with steadfast loyalty, the media depicting her as the glue holding the kingdom's fragile unity together. To her supporters, Anne was unwavering. To her critics, she was unyielding, a potential adversary against the tides of change sweeping across the world stage. Meanwhile, Harry tore at the seams of royal conventions, embracing modernity with open arms. His image transformed into one not of defiance but of authenticity. The public, ever the jury in this royal drama, was left to ponder. Was Harry abandoning tradition or innovating a path to salvation? Social media amplified the royal rift, turning whispers of family discord into resounding echoes heard in every corner of the kingdom. Suddenly, everyone became both an observer and a judge, dissecting each statement, every gesture of the royal siblings. Opinions were as divided as the oceans separating their ideologies, feeding a cycle of dramatic discourse that showed no sign of abating. It was a theatre without end, where private truths dripped slowly into the public domain, open for all to inspect under the harsh lights of scrutiny. The consequences of Harry and Anne's intrigue rippled far beyond personal consequences, casting shadows long across the monarchy's grand visage. Each revelation threatened to tilt the delicate balance, questioning the very future of the institution on which so much identity was staked. What cost did authenticity wield, and at what price must stability be paid? These questions loomed large, each question mark a silent spectre at the fragility of legacy. As the public weighs in, the monarchy's future rests upon a precarious balance of perception and power. The story of Harry and Anne is more than a tale of two estranged souls. It's a vivid tableau of tradition and transformation, a potent reminder that even the mightiest of institutions can sway under the pressures of image, perception, and the unyielding march of time. In the midst of turmoil, the Queen's silence echoes louder than 1,000 declarations. What does her reticence reveal about the unfolding royal saga? Surrounded by whispers of rebellion and hushed conversations, her quiet demeanour stands both as a bewildering enigma and an irrefutable strength. For generations, her reign has been marked by a steadfast resolve to keep personal matters shrouded from the prying eyes of the public. As she navigates the treacherous waters of familial discord, her silence becomes a strategic tapestry woven with the threads of experience and cautious wisdom. Indeed, those closest to her speak of the Queen's customary silence, particularly when family disputes loom on the horizon. It is a silence that lacks inertia, it's intentional, calculated, a riddle to the untrained observer. But those who have danced on the edges of her circle, like young Anne and emboldened Harry, seek deeper meanings in their private dialogues with her. In her understated way, through the lens of a glance or the pause of a breath, She communicates what words might betray an unbreakable will, and hope that clarity might yet emerge of its own accord in the fullness of time. To many, her presence, though often passive, emanates a symbolic unity that transcends the fractures within their ranks or the cynical commentary of the outside world. It is whispered that, behind closed doors, the Queen's resolve can quell the strongest of familial storms. Her lineage, hardened by eons of regal duty, casts her as the gravity center, a human compass guiding through public disapproval and private grief. Her mere presence at gatherings seems to hold the threads of these frayed connections together, pulling them taut across the chasms of misunderstanding and historical grudges. Amid this chaos emerges her unspoken authority, an elegance in leadership that withstands the darkest adversities. Each nod and silence is a decree more binding than any proclamation. They are testaments to her lifelong burden of duty. In her hands, the monarchy, like an ancient scroll, is deciphered not through verbose decrees, but through the clarity of what remains unsaid. It's a language only the seasoned understand, the nuances of power, drawn from restraint rather than display. The strategic nature of her silence therefore holds stories. In quietude, she wields more force than any tumultuous shout. It is through this silence she forges a path through the crises, directing a regime of transformation without the chaos such shifts might otherwise herald. Her silence becomes the steady beat that tempers the royal heart, guiding it expertly through the tumultuous corridors of inevitable change, while reminding her kin of the legacy they must uphold. In these tempestuous times, her role as the monarchy's anchor is more than symbolic. It's her silent soliloquy, a timeless testament to the endurance and gravitas of her leadership. She stands not merely as a figurehead, but as the tapestry of the royal lineage's continuity, her muteness more resonant than any spoken word. Making no grand gestures, no public speeches, the Queen embodies the silent strength of a dynasty, weathering the storm around which clamour, disdain, and loyalty swirl indistinguishably, awaiting the shape of the future to emerge from her silent watch. In the silent shadows of power, new challenges emerge, forcing royal alliances and confrontations into a new era. Amidst turmoil and decision, the promise of a new order whispers through the royal corridors. Will the monarchy endure, adapt, or crumble under unexpected pressures? Witness the tremors heralding change, as the gates of the palace tremble under the weight of an uncertain future. The air inside the palace is thick with anticipation, each majestic hallway serving as a silent witness to the familial divides festering beneath the dignified veneer of royalty. Once ironclad, the hierarchy now wavers under the strain of shifting loyalties and covert ambitions. Members whisper in hushed tones, casting furtive glances as they speculate on who among them will rise to redefine the ancient duties that bind them together. Alliances, once stalwart, splinter under the burden of decades-old grudges masked by tradition's polished surface. Outside, the external forces gather like storm clouds, casting long shadows upon the ivory walls. These are forces strong enough to nudge the tide of British royalty towards new and uncharted waters. As the world changes, expectations mount, renewed visions clash with the echoes of history. The relentless march of progress demands clarity and courage from those who represent an institution as traditional as the monarchy. Voices from across the seas and within the borders surge insistently, a cacophony of opinions driving the necessity for transformation. Within the monarchy's heart, a new generation rises, their views unbound by the constraints of past paradigms. Princes and princesses, groomed under the watchful eyes of both royalty and public scrutiny, now step forward, their modern sensibilities urging the old guard towards reflection and action. Their ideas promise a refreshing change, breathing new life into ceremonies that have long echoed with the incantations of antiquity. The youth's vibrant energy collides with the storied past, offering a beacon of potential to light the path forward. Yet with change comes opportunity, a chance to bridge old wounds, to heal fissures within the family itself. Gestures of reconciliation, tender yet formidable, weave their way through the royal narrative. They attempt to mend torn fabric through acts of understanding and unity, faintly echoing the beloved ideals of bygone days while daring to craft new legends. The public, ever present in the monarchic saga, assumes a role akin to the restless wind, shaping and bending the future of their cherished institution. In pubs, homes, and open plazas, the voices of the people demand resonance within the cloistered halls, necessitating an inclusive monarchy that mirrors their values and aspirations. As much as they hold the royals dear, it is their understanding that the future demands progress, nudging the gates towards inclusivity and transparency. As whispers of change ripple through the family, destiny hangs in the balance, prompting dramatic reckonings and unforeseen consequences. Society's pulse quickens, feeling the possibilities hovering just beyond reach. The monarchy, poised at the precipice of its own evolution, stands enduring, adapting, or reshaping itself under the watchful eyes of a kingdom poised for renewal. On the edge of legacy, choices made today echo through the halls of history. The air thick with anticipation, Harry and Anne stand poised at a threshold where their individual decisions could redefine the very future of the monarchy. It is no longer just about personal aspirations or familial allegiances. Each choice they make will resonate through corridors adorned with the whispers of ancestors. They are acutely aware that every word uttered, every gesture made, is scrutinized under the unforgiving eyes of tradition and expectation. As the crown hangs like a solemn guardian above them, the weight of legacy presses heavily upon their hearts, demanding reflection and foresight. In this delicate interlude, both are caught in a poignant battle with time and legacy. For Harry, the past speaks of a lineage marred by both triumph and tragedy, a kaleidoscope of grand gestures and forgotten shadows. He quietly yearns for a future that breaks free from the shackles of conformity, daring to hope for a legacy of compassion and change. Meanwhile, Anne, with her sharp mind and unwavering resolve, envisions a future grounded in strength and continuity, a royal line that withstands the tests of time, forged in the fires of tradition and modernity. What they hope to leave behind isn't merely a matter of personal achievement. It is a legacy stitched into the fabric of the monarchy itself. A storyline that, once woven, cannot be unraveled or undone. Their very public existence becomes a stage for personal reflection. Anne, alone in a silent study, contemplates the paradoxes of her life, where personal desires are often sacrificed at the altar of public duty. Her thoughts drift like petals on a breeze, the struggles, the small victories, the heartaches that have shaped her journey. Meanwhile, Harry, his mind a cacophony of doubts and dreams, grapples with his role in a world that feels both infinitely large and painfully constricting. Their internal dialogues, though never shared, resonate with a shared acknowledgement that their roles come not just with power, but with profound responsibility. As the story of the crown continues to unfold, unexpected potential for healing arises like dawn after a long storm-ridden night. The power of forgiveness looms an uncharted territory for both, but one that promises a salve for wounds long hidden. Could a simple act of understanding bridge the chasm that has grown between them? There are sighs of hope, murmurs of reconciliation that cling to the air like a sweet melody of kinship rediscovered. What was once perceived as insurmountable might yet yield to the strength of compassion and the binding force of love. And yet, the decisions they face ripple outward, affecting their immediate family and casting shadows over the entire royal institution. Every smile, every tear, every silent confrontation is a thread in an intricate tapestry that tells of a dynasty caught in the throes of transformation. These ripples extend to courtiers, to citizens, to the very essence of monarchy itself. The burden is heavier than gold and more fragile than glass, a constant reminder that their story is not theirs alone, but shared with countless souls both past and present. Thus, not just a royal question, but a deeply human one is posed. At what point do public duty and personal desire converge? It is an invitation to ponder the balance that govern their lives, and indeed, our own. The viewer is drawn into this narrative, compelled to reflect on the echoes of their own histories, their own legacies waiting to be defined. As the threads of family intertwine with the tapestry of a nation, the next steps will either mend or unravel touchstones of heritage and hope. In the grand theatre of monarchy, not all crowns rest upon heads. As the dust settles, what remains beyond the glare of cameras and scrutiny of the public eye? Join us in exploring the unseen, unyielding spirit, defining a royal legacy through trials and triumphs. Before we go deeper into what this really means for the royal family, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a single update. Within the labyrinth of royal corridors and gilded parlours, Harry and Anne have traversed a landscape as daunting as any kingdom. From their earliest days, wrapped in tradition's cloak yet yearning for authenticity, their paths diverged and converged across tumultuous waters. Emotions, once turbulent, have transformed into rivers of growth, carving new valleys and lifting new peaks in the landscape of their lives. For Harry, the journey through public scrutiny cast a shadow, but within that shadow, unforeseen strengths blossomed. Anne, ever the silent sentinel, bore the weight of expectation with unfaltering grace, revealing a core of resilience stronger than the finest steel. These trials, laden with promise and peril alike, unveiled a courage as formidable as any crown jewel diamond. The strife they faced was not a solitary struggle, but a testament to the bonding power of shared adversity. Their narratives intertwine like the roots of a mighty oak, finding stability in each other while reaching differently towards the light. In these struggles, their essence was tempered, refined, and at last revealed an unyielding resolve that could only be honed in the fires of conflict. And yet, what role does the venerable institution for which they stand continue to play in today's ever-shifting world? In a modern society teetering between reverence and revolution, the monarchy exists at a precipice of tradition and modernity. As watchers of centuries-old values, they navigate a delicate balance between historical reverence and evolving identities. Increasingly, the British monarchy stands not as a relic of bygone eras, but as a resonant chord striking the strings of both past and present. As the world shifts, so too must the crown, with its feet firmly planted in ancient soils yet reaching ever forward. The future hints of anticipated change, mingling with steadfastness, a dance where old meets new, each step a testament to enduring relevancy woven by time's relentless thread. The palace walls contain whispers of future chapters yet to be written, echoes of histories untold amidst marble halls and velvet shadows. Through the mists of uncertainty and the perfume of intrigue, the monarchy remains an enigmatic tapestry, threads entwining tradition with the promise of renewal. With each challenge overcome, the mystery endures, because in the heart of a nation lies a fascination not just with the pomp and pageantry, but with the quietly profound, the silently enduring. This is a monarchy not of old, but forever new, continually redefining itself. As the curtain draws on one chapter, rest assured the saga continues resonant with the timeless dance between legacy, love, and the everlasting pursuit of destiny. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we will see you in next one.